Finalmente, gente, 10 de julho, último dia da promoção. Vou mostrar para vocês qual é o curso postado todo sábado aqui na Popcorn e um pouco da conversa que eu tive com o meu aluno Andres, que está lá no Canadá. Então, muito bem, gente. Hoje, dia 10 de julho, é o último dia que você vai poder aproveitar esse cupom que expira hoje, à meia-noite. Não vai ter esse valor mais. Você vai poder, quem aproveitar, vai poder pagar R$ 214, vai poder usufruir da plataforma durante um ano inteiro e pagar só novamente no dia 10 de julho de 2022, tá bom? E quem não quiser, não, pode também fazer o plano mensal e depois volta o plano normal, que ainda tá aqui ainda, tá bom? Mas esse é o valor só de lançamento. Lembrando que eu vou dar uma mentoria individual para todo mundo que comprar nesse período também, tá bom, gente? Então esse cupom termina hoje à meia-noite. Aproveitem. E o que acontece, gente? Olha só, vamos lá, todo sábado você vai ter aqui na plataforma postado. Vamos lá, aqui, ó. Todo sábado tem um Nerdcast Speak English, que é desenvolvido a partir do nível A1. Então, eu vou estar falando em português, vai ser um bate-papo em português. O que você vai encontrar aqui é o seguinte: tem um canal no YouTube que vocês devem conhecer, que é o do Jovem Nerd. Muito antes de ser um canal no YouTube, eles já tinham um podcast, que depois foi agregado com várias novas informações de business, de entertainment, de cash, né, de finanças e de English também, né? E olha só que é interessante, toda semana é postado um, né? Eles fazem toda sexta-feira, né? E aí eu ponho um dos podcasts todo sábado aqui para vocês. Então vai ter o bate-papo, então deixa eu até entrar aqui, ó. Esse foi o que foi postado hoje, sobre phrasal verbs. Então vocês têm...
Acho que já falei em outras ocasiões.
Primeiramente, falando bem rápido aqui, vocês podem aumentar a velocidade, tá? Ó. Tá aqui, primeiramente, o case study, onde eu explico o que vai ser estudado naquele episódio. Vai vir o episódio em si, ó. Então aqui você tem um episódio, no caso aqui é um podcast, gente, é um bate-papo, ó. Então você, de repente, pode baixar, você pode ouvir do próprio link aqui, pode levar durante uma viagem, durante o seu commute, né? Você está indo para o serviço, vai ouvindo ali. É sensacional, 43 minutos foi essa conversa de hoje. Também eu deixo o link ali no Spotify, em todos os episódios, então você pode escolher ou ouvir no Spotify ou no próprio site, ou até no aplicativo do Jovem Nerd. Só que o que vai ter aqui de complemento é o seguinte: eles falaram sobre phrasal verbs, sobre splittable e unsplittable phrasal verbs, sobre o que é, como utilizar. Então eu coloquei aqui 2 links, eu trago complementos que vai te ajudar a entender um pouco melhor o assunto. Trouxe, por exemplo, um vídeo aqui do professor Matias, né, o teacher Matias. Depois eu trouxe aqui um outro link do teacher do Small Advantage, né, do Gavin Roy. Então, olha só, eu trouxe alguns complementos aqui. E depois, com base no que foi falado tanto no podcast como nos vídeos, eu deixo um exercício exclusivo da plataforma onde você vai poder exercitar o seu conhecimento ali. Então enter. Então o americano vai falar enter, ele vai falar cadê? Break into, look up to, cancel, enter by force. Será que enter é enter by force? Não é. Então enter by force é break into. Então, olha só, é um exercício interativo. Depois do exercício interativo, eu deixei outros exercícios correlacionados àquele assunto, ou montando frases com phrasal verbs, ou utilizando phrasal verbs, verificando se o phrasal verbs é splittable ou unsplittable. Eles citaram alguma coisa ali que eu achei que foi um elemento extra, por exemplo, eles citam de uma entrevista do Azaghal com o Tom Cruise, eu deixo isso aqui no bônus. Então, eu ponho os links correlacionados e exercícios práticos, né, do que foi aquele podcast do dia. Então, toda semana, olha só, você já tem aqui disponível 6 conversas, 6 podcasts. Uma sobre os erros mais comuns dos brasileiros, traduções absurdas, pronúncia, falsos cognatos. E sábado que vem, mais um podcast aqui para vocês. E é isso, gente. Vou mostrar agora para vocês um pouco de como foi o meu bate-papo com o Andres. Novamente, não está entendendo? Para entender aluno da Popcorn, tem que pôr legenda. Pode pôr legenda em inglês, pode pôr legenda ali em português, tá bom? Ou em inglês ou em português, para você poder ver como foi o nosso bate-papo. A gente conversou um pouco sobre os cursos da plataforma, né? O Andrés tem estudado. Perguntei para ele quais são os prós e os contras da plataforma. Por exemplo, ele me chamou a atenção uma coisa super interessante que eu não tinha pensado sobre a plataforma. Como ela não é um aplicativo, ela é super fácil e light para usar do seu celular. Então, olha só, tá aqui no meu celular o link. Então, você não tem um aplicativo mas você tem um site responsivo. Então, para você utilizar ali deixa eu fechar aqui para vocês verem melhor. Então, para você utilizar ali do seu celular, não vai ocupar o seu espaço do celular e você consegue abrir normalmente todo o site e tudo que está aqui na plataforma. Aqui, ó, o Friends, aqui, ó, Song Lyrics, o Creativity for Teachers e o Nerdcast Speak English. É isso, gente. A plataforma é de aluno para aluno, então, claro que eu quis conversar com um dos meus alunos para saber o uso, como que está sendo para ele a plataforma. A gente conversou sobre a série que está tendo na Netflix, né? Love, Death and Robots. Lembrando, gente, aqui na plataforma você vai aprender inglês através de músicas, filmes, song lyrics, mas você não vai ficar com defasagem na parte de gramática, porque a plataforma tem toda essa análise, assim como vocês viram. Vocês vão aprender sobre phrasal verbs. Então, quem quer gramática, vai ter gramática na plataforma. Quem não precisa da gramática, não vai ter gramática na plataforma, porque é assim que a gente vai aprender inglês, com essa variedade enorme aí de opções. Então, fiquem agora aí com o nosso bate-papo. Eu com o Andrés, que está lá no Canadá. Então, como que tá lá a vida dele no Canadá e como que ele está usando a plataforma Popcorn English Online. Fiquem com a conversa.
The first part for me was strange, but because even he's a giant, is for me it looked like someone deaf in the beach, and people don't care like about who is this guy or what is it. No, people just go there, take some pictures, and using the body like I don't like an object. And but the per se the other way, uh, it may happen in the real life because nowadays people like just wanna take pictures, receiving likes and etc. So it may happen in the real life if someone find a giant. In the end of the episode, that they start to cut all the parts of the body of the giant and put to receive money, like the guy in the circle, or part of the giant in the store. So it's may could happen in our life, but per se in the I for me the episode is really confused. If I probably have to watch like a review or receive your thoughts or your opinion to that, because I understand that I have many ideas
Have you
behind
watched
this
it alone?
episode. Yes, alone. I know that there is many ideas behind the giant, but I don't get the real metaphors about it. So, what is your opinion or your review about this episode?
Well, maybe you should watch with Carol. So I think this is perfect for discussion because I think when it comes to metaphors, there is no one right explanation. Maybe I have my point of view, but
Mm-hmm.
probably if you watch with Carol and ask her, she will have a total different perspective, and that's why I consider this episode interesting because you can get to participate of the show in terms of digging in, right? That this is
Mm-hmm.
mostly what I've done in the platform, in the course Nerd Writer and lessons from the screenplay. Because analyzing this aspect, you can analyze whatever you wanted. And I don't know. Obviously, I have my perspective of what is the giant, but I don't know if this is the right one. So there's no one right answer. I think the discussion is better than the answer. Sometimes asking questions is better than giving or providing answers per se.
Yes, I remember when I watched TV Cultura that there is a phrase that they say, "What's changed the world is not the answer, but the questions." So I totally agree. Yeah, because it's true. Yeah.
That's one of the
Cultura.
reasons.
Yes,
That's one
cultura.
of the reasons I've put the number 42 in the platform. Most of the quizzes are 42 for two reasons. Number one, because I timed, so I know that 42 it doesn't surpass 1 hour of study because you could take more vocabulary or less vocabulary. And number two is because 42 is the answer in the book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. But what is fun is that the 42 is the answer, but nobody knows the question. So the people start finding out, oh, what's the question? What's the question? And that was fun. In Brazil, we don't have this show Jeopardy, right? We don't Jeopardy.
Mm, I,
I don't
mm,
know in Canada if they have this talk show. Have you turned on the television in Canada so far?
only to watch
Like
hockey.
open TV?
No, yeah, no, only to watch hockey in the NHL. Yeah.
Okay, so which channel do they play on?
Uh, Usually ESPN or NSN, I guess the name.
No, okay, nice. So, well, Jeopardy is this show here. Jeopardy. It's a show that the people they have the answer, but the contestants needs to say what is the question. Like Barack Obama and the guys. What's the name of the former president of the United States, or some things like this. This show became famous because in one of the editions they put the robot from IBM to participate. I think it was I forgot the name of the guy, the name of the
Uh,
robot.
but the
What?
people know. Ah, okay.
What? No, no, they knew it was like you could see the computer in there because in order to answer something like that, you need to be totally cognitive. You can't be a robot to answer. And as you can see here by the numbers, he was doing well.
Yeah. I guess when we started to have our class, I was in Brazil living a kitchenette because I was saving money to come to Canada. And I remember that I wanted to study English, but which was hard because I was studying by myself. And sometimes when you study by yourself, you have other priorities. So sometimes, like clean the house is most important, watch something is most important. So was good to keep in touch within your classes because, like, even though if I don't do the activity sometimes, I have like this habit or this routine to keep in touch with in English, even during our conversations, our classes. But usually we always share it. Different material to keep in contact with English. For example, series, music, and etc. And during this time that I'm planning, trying to come to Canada and keep studying, you launch this platform. And the platform is a unique place that you can find all the not all yet, but most of the material that I use for to teach us, and it's a way easy to like to handle all the needs that we have. So, for example, in our class, you recommendation a TED video, or sometimes you recommendation a chapter from Chicken Soup for the Soul. And sometimes I have to use the book. Sometimes I have to go to the platform. Sometimes I have to go to YouTube. But now that you have this platform, it's gonna be easier because I just have to log in, and there we have all the information organized. So it helped me to be organized too. And now we can see like our progress because the platform you can see what I have done or not have done yet. So it's gonna like you have this material, you have all the information that you have in your site to give it to us and share to us. And now we have a tool that helps to both of us being organized. So it helps a lot to keep in contact until I come to Canada. So even though I'm here in Canada, we are still having classes because like sometimes people don't believe or cannot realize, but Toronto is a really multicultural city, and even I'm here. I need to keep in touch with English, study with you. And the good part is studying English with you is not like oh grammar classes. No, we learn English and something more. So this is something that I really appreciate. It. It's different from the other experience that I had before. So it's really helping me in all this path which come from Brazil into Canada.
That's good to hear, man. Thanks. Tell me about, because for many of my students that I know, that I had contact with, they consider like when you are in the country, like is the end of the road, is the final of the movie. For you, I feel like it's just the beginning. You are just starting something new. So how do you see this? Because for many people, if you say, "Oh, you are again," okay, game's over. But how do you feel? Because I have this sensation that you're just beginning something.
Yes, I can say that as not a movie, our lives, maybe a series. So
Ah,
we finished the season one. Okay, the last episode going to the airport and ends the first season. Now we are started the second season. Okay, we arrive in Canada. So, but we have many things here to do before we receive our permanent residence. So this is a good long way long road that many people come to Canada have to do. So usually it's Spain like it's Spain not. I can say we invest in 2 years of our life during this time and we can finish the season two and the season three begins when we receive our permanent or to be here and now we can start to think about other things. So
well,
I guess I can separate like this in three parts, maybe.
yeah, and I can tell that because obviously I know your contact with English in general in Canada is not being as much as people think you are having. Like, oh, you're Canada is English every day, like every time
Mhm.
you're seeing, and that's not what's happening. So most of this English you are showing me in this progress, because now you are very fluent, very like non-stop and using a lot of good level of language. I think you are using a language that maybe sometimes you have to reduce your language in order to suit normal people, right? So, and most of these comes from your study rather than living in the country, because I know you are using more Spanish than anything else.
Yeah, that's true. I never imagined in my life that I come to Canada and I'm learning more Spanish or using more Spanish than English. The reason is because I'm working a factory and most of the people there are from Mexico or countries that speak in Spanish. So like 8 hours a day is listen people speaking Spanish, question in Spanish, and music in Spanish, and I am using my Porto in English or Portuñol,
Yeah.
and sometimes, just sometimes, using English with them. So I can say that I use my English more in my commute than my work. So when I was in the subway, in the bus, or something like this.
When you were studying, in fact.
Yes, per se, yes. More, I use more English with you instead than on the streets.
Jesus.
Sometimes we expect that we are gonna use more our English in the my daily life, but no, not that at this moment. I don't know, maybe because the COVID, but I guess this maybe Toronto is like this. We have many people from different places with different levels of English sometimes we have this talk before. So when you go to the Tim Hortons, in the beginning I think, oh my gosh, I cannot understand anything. But the other person, the cashier, for example, sometimes he doesn't have, or he or she doesn't have a good English as well. So two people from different country using the different kind level of English, we have this confusion times but my experience with Canadians, yes, the English is different, and I can really using my more range of words, and I can receive a different uh, a huge vocabulary from them, and the conversations got more fluent with them. So
Do you remember the name of this when you are using different people using different languages communicating the same language? Do you remember the name for that? There's a name
mm,
for that. Put over
yeah,
here.
yeah, that's lingua franca. Yeah.
Nice. That's exactly what you're living in the country. You are living the lingua franca indeed. And how is a typical life? Not a Canadian typical life. How is your Canadian typical life? Describe a day, for instance.
Well, for now, as I said, I'm the my season two in life, and
Season
at this
three, right?
moment, yeah,
Season two was over, so you are in the beginning of season three, or
no,
you were in
sure,
mid season.
sure,
Mid.
sure, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Now my routine here is more work because we have to pay not only pay our expenses, but we have to pay the college and etc. So we are more focused on studying and working. And when we have sometimes we can like go to the parks because in Toronto you have a lot of parks around. Some cemeteries here is really common. You walk in a cemetery and people do each.
Yeah,
Of course,
Carol showed me.
yeah. So it's really beautiful here, and it's normal. Like it's not like in Brazil. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, man,
So
I'm so sorry about the weather there, the temperature. I saw the video that
uh,
Carol did. I'm so sorry to you need the air conditioning there.
well, for yeah. But for today, for example, it's raining. Today is raining. Here's 18 degree. So we are in the spring, so the temperature is okay. Let's see in 3 months the final of autumn, start of the winter. So
It might
something
change
can change.
again. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm the unique student or not, but I guess this your student that most using your platform in the cell phone. So for me, this
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
yeah, for me it's really good because usually I study when I'm not at home. So I'm studying when I am in my commute. So easier for me, like I can use my cell phone to study because sometimes I don't have time to come back home, stop, open my notebook, and watch some episodes, something like this, because this time I have to use to cook or to prepare my food for the next day or prepare my things and etc. So the good part of for the platform for me, it helps me a lot. I prefer a web platform than an app because sometimes app I don't have enough storage to using, and so for me the
I never
website.
thought about it. It's true. Today I put one app in my cell phone. My cell phone was not allowing me to input the new app.
Yeah, that's right. So one more positive thing in your platform, and it doesn't matter if I have Android or iPhone, so I can use both. It didn't change. This is really good. Or even though a MacBook or a Windows book doesn't matter because it's a website. And about the courses, the lyric songs, I really like it. This one. Two, I guess, two classes. The first one's a Slipknot song. The second, Queen. The last one that I watched, and I really like this way learning English, practicing English when something that you enjoy. For example, I really like rock, and I like songs from Slipknot songs, and I never imagined that I have a class with a song or a Slipknot song.
Using Slipknot.
Yeah, so that's good. So, and there is another course using TED Talks, the one I like it. Um, and Mindfield is good, but uh,
It was
he
not your cup of tea, for example, right?
yes, that's it. That totally is. It's not a thing that I'm gonna open my YouTube and say, oh, let's watch Mindfield today. But when you watch the episode in the platform, you have some exercise, quiz. It makes the episode more interesting than just watch because it's like active learning, not just passive learning. So it helps a lot in the platform. And the exercise per se is not a exercise like you do in your book or in normal schools that are always the same structure. You have a white box to fill it up and that's it. No, you have some different interactions. Sometimes you have to write, sometimes you have to listen, and even doing the same activity, you can change the options, the exercise that I'm using. So this is a big advantage that we have in the platform. And like every week you have a new classes, right? So
Now
every five you have
I don't know if
some.
you can see my eye. It's very deep. Like I'm working a lot every day now.
Yeah,
For
you're faster than
enjoy.
Netflix. Like Netflix, you have some episodes in a month. In Catiano now, every day, almost every day, you have a new episode from some series. Yeah.
But I'm enjoying, man. I must say I'm enjoying because I like to study English. In the process, I study too, so that's fine. For me, I think the one I use to the most for studying myself now is the Nerd Rider. So the Nerd Rider is the one that copes with my push forward in order to teach for that level. Is the students taking the CPE, for example, they take courses like this one over there. And for you, when you took the certificate from Duolingo, you needed you. I felt that like you had more than what you actually needed. I just don't know if you can see this progress because you are. It's a little gradual, so I don't know if you can see this coming gradually, or if you there was a moment you saw, oh my God, my English is different. Like I don't know if this happened to you.
No, to be honest, no, I didn't realize that I have these progresses because like we are like sometimes our classes like just talking, but in the background and behind you are giving us some information, skills, and yeah, I'm getting this information. Like when I took the first time the exam, I said, okay, let's see how it's going on. If I didn't pass, okay. I just have to see what I have to fix. And no, the first time that I got the exam, I got the points that I needed. So for me, it was a really surprise, but no, it's a good surprise because like as we are speaking, we are talking about. I improved my English using the platform, using our classes, and I didn't realize that I have this upgrade, but it's true. You can see because I have the result. I got the the grades that I needed to enter in a college in Canada, for example. So it's a good um, good result of our work together.
But what suggestion or recommendation would you give for somebody coming in for the first time?
Well, the first thing I guess is take the um, the test that you have in the platform to see which level and which your what is your personality and what is your objective learning English and use the platform. And after this, you can find a course or also material in the platform that more fits with your needs or what you wanted. Because for example, my case. I like songs or song lyrics. Oh, it's okay if it's for me, but some other people maybe chicken soup for the soul's better or friends. And the platform is good because you can see the level of the episode or the class, and you don't need to enter in in a class and like, oh, I'm not understand nothing, but you can see because oh, this is a course C1, so just to start you can find another one in the same course with a A1 or A2, so it fits better. Or sometimes no, doesn't matter the level, but you just want to search something interesting to talking about, you just have contact with English, not studying, like not literally studying, but receiving something interesting plus English. So you can find something different in the platform. For example, Nerdwriter, not of my favorite, but I know that uh, behind the course, I'm receiving a high level of words, a range of words, vocabulary, and other things. So it's something that I can choose for upgrade my English. And sometimes if I don't wanna, like, oh, okay, I'm tired, I just want to see something more fun, I can go to the Nerdcast, for example. It's really fun. It's in Portuguese, but in the same time, you are listening and receiving good information. Talking about phrasal verbs, for example. So
Nice,
this is my recommendation.
nice. Thank you so much, man. Alright, guys, quero agradecer mais uma vez ao Andres, que me deixou publicar esse vídeo aqui, um pouco do nosso bate-papo. E assim como o Andres recomendou para vocês, gente, então, ó, entrou na plataforma, primeiro lugar que você tem que ir, ó, Welcome Introduction, porque aqui você vai poder entender a plataforma nesse vídeo tutorial que eu deixei aqui, ó, logo no início. Então você consegue assistir o vídeo tutorial, consegue fazer o teste de nível, consegue entender a metodologia da Popcorn, e consegue ver um trailer de todos os cursos. Aí dali você vai escolher qual curso se adequa melhor à sua necessidade. Então você não precisa ir na ordem dos cursos que estão aqui. Você pode ir direto no curso. Nossa, eu gosto de podcast. Posso ir direto no Nerdcast Speak English, já tem 6 episódios publicados ali, tá bom? E vocês estão vendo aqui que é livre, ó. Então mesmo se você ainda não fez, não comprou a plataforma, ainda está na dúvida, ainda está com aquele pé ali, um pé atrás, um pé na frente, vai ali, porque só faz o seu cadastro, só se cadastra no site, você já consegue, mesmo sem nem ter comprado a plataforma, consegue assistir esses tutoriais, consegue fazer o teste de nível. Esses links são os únicos que estão free to go aqui na plataforma, tá bom? E claro, se você quiser ver o restante da plataforma, você tem ainda 7 dias de teste, mas se você quiser pegar a promoção, precisa entrar no link hoje, porque amanhã o link de desconto não vai existir. Mas mesmo nesse link de desconto, você tem aí 7 dias, né? 7 dias free to go. And that's it, my friends. Então a plataforma está pronta, foram 23 anos, mas ficou bonita. 23 anos tirando certificados do TOEFL, TKT, certificados de Cambridge, Bullets, e tudo isso vai estar aqui na plataforma para vocês. Então testem, façam um test drive, vejam o que vocês acham aí dos cursos disponíveis na plataforma. Amanhã, obviamente, hoje à meia-noite já se encerra a promoção, e a partir da semana que vem eu volto aqui no YouTube para mostrar um pouco do que é cada curso, para mostrar o conteúdo, talvez não na semana seguinte, porque agora eu vou dar atenção para quem está comprando aí a plataforma, né? Eu vou dar uma mentoria individual para todo mundo essa semana, mas durante essa semana eu vou voltando aqui aos poucos, dando teasers do que são os cursos da plataforma. Provavelmente eu não vou conseguir mostrar na totalidade, principalmente porque aqui eu estou dentro do meu canal do YouTube, eu não posso mostrar música, não posso passar tudo que está lá dentro da plataforma devido aos copyrights, mas lá dentro da plataforma tá tudo perfeito, tá bom? Então eu vou voltar aqui nas próximas semanas aí para mostrar para vocês o que são um pouco de cada curso que é postado todos os dias aqui na plataforma. Kisses in your heart, my friends, e aproveitem, termina hoje à meia-noite. Bye bye.